You can have a list of 50 different potential referral partners and still not have a referral team. The list, it's not the network. In the next 6 minutes, I'm going to walk you through what to do with that list to convert it from a list of potential referral partners into a referral network that's going to generate business for you and the other members of that network. If you don't have that list yet, or you're not sure who to put on that list, go back and watch some of the previous episodes that we have in this series. We're assuming in this episode that you've got that list ready, or you can easily throw together a quick list of who could be good referral partners. Now, for many people, they'll spend a big chunk of time getting that list figured out, evaluating people, and get it all done. And then they expect the referrals to just start flowing and nothing happens. 6 months later, you still don't have any referrals. You're frustrated, you throw it all away and move on to something else. Now, oftentimes, you didn't ever reach back out to those referral partners, or maybe you did just one time, follow up with them. Building a referral team is not a one-time action. It's a process with 4 distinct steps. And unfortunately, many business owners try and leapfrog from step 1 all the way to step 4 without doing the middle 2. And that simply never works. Here's the actual 4 steps you should be going through in order to convert those potential referral partners into customers. The actual sequence looks like this. Step 1 is the warm introduction or the cold ask, but done right. You can't really partner with someone you haven't met. It just doesn't work. So step 1 is getting in front of those people. To get in front of them, there's typically 2 different paths. The warm lead is oftentimes the easiest. Look at that list of potential partners and ask yourself, who do I know that can introduce me to that person? A mutual contact that can send a 2-sentence text message or email is worth 100 cold leads. Imagine if the mutual acquaintance sent a group introduction text message that said, hey Bob, you should meet Tom over here. What would that be worth? That's huge. That warm introduction does so much to lift up the level of trust that's going to be placed on you because of a mutual connection introduced the 2 of you already. Unfortunately, sometimes there's just not a warm path. And if that's the case, you've got to do cold outreach to get in contact with these people. And it's important to recognize that a cold ask is okay, but you want to be really specific. Instead of saying something generic like, hey, I'd love to sit down, grab coffee sometime and learn about your business, maybe you could say something like this. I'm a residential plumber that works with a ton of homeowners during and after the buying process. I'd love to take you to coffee to learn more about how you help homeowners buy and sell homes. Now, it's important that you're not trying to pitch them anything during that warm introduction, except for let's sit down and connect. This type of message often works well because it's direct, clear, and to the point. And it's really great because you're not trying to shove a bunch of sales pitch down them at the same time. All right, let's jump to step 2. Step 2 is all about this first meeting that you have with someone. And the most important rule to remember is ask, don't pitch. This step can blow up your opportunities with someone faster than almost anything else. Imagine you're sitting down with this potential referral partner and you immediately start explaining to them, oh man, I've been in business for 20 years. I do all these great things. I help all these people. I'm this, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this. I've done this. I can do this. I help people with this. I've done this job. I've helped these people. Did you hear what kept getting said over and over and over? I. How much, when you invite someone to sit down with you and have a meeting, how much of the time are they going to want to spend just sitting and listening to you talk all about yourself, your business, your accomplishments, who you've helped, how you helped them? Is that really what they're coming to this meeting for? No, not at all. The other person is going to feel like the meeting's off immediately, and they're going to look for every opportunity to shut that meeting down as quick as they can. The right move, instead of talking all about yourself, is to start asking questions about their business. What are they doing? What do they enjoy? What got them into the business? How long have they been doing this? Those are the kinds of questions that they're going to love to talk about to you and help you understand who they are and what they're doing. Now, this approach of asking them questions about themselves and their business accomplishes a couple of things at the same time. The first thing is, if you're savvy, you're listening to their answers and you're going to be able to filter out, is this a person going to be a great referral partner with me? Or is this person not the kind of person I want to be doing business with and associating my business with for the next few years? And then the second thing you're doing is you're proving to them you're the kind of business owner that thinks, listens to others, cares what other people have to say, and is interested in more than just yourself. Try to spend as much as 80% of the first meeting listening to the other person talk. See if you can do that. That's a trick. And if you're having trouble with that, keep your answers to questions they ask short and succinct, and then immediately follow it up with a question that relates back to what you and them have already been discussing. This is a skill that as you practice it more and more, it will get strengthened. All right, step 3 is to give before they've necessarily fully earned it. Now, you can't always give them a perfect customer right out of the gate, but there's almost always something you can give to someone else. An example of what you can give someone else is a shout out on social media. Imagine you're sitting down, you're having that nice meeting back and forth, and you're like, hey, can I shout you out on social media? This has been a great one-to-one type of meeting, and I would love to showcase that I've been hanging out with you. You take the picture, you snap that with both of you in the frame, then you say, hey, having a great meeting with John Smith, tremendous real estate agent, you should really get to know him. You've immediately given something to them because now you shared on social media that you think they're a good person. And by the end of the meeting, you're probably going to have a pretty good sense as to whether or not they are. So that's one way you can give before the meeting is even ended. But don't let it end there. Within a week of that first meeting, you can send them something. You could send them a note. You could send them an email or text or a voicemail and say, hey, I was reading this news article and it made me think of you. And then you send them something that relates back to them in some way. It doesn't have to be a huge give, but it shows them you're thinking about them and not just from a sales perspective. It's important to note that the specific action that you do doesn't matter as much as taking action and taking it before it's been too long. The shorter you can keep that window, but make it reasonable, the better it will be for everybody. Sometimes what happens is both people have a great meeting, they go their separate ways, and then Bob's over here waiting for Tom to do something. Tom's over here waiting for Bob to do something. They both get busy. They forget about the great one-to-one they had. They go their separate ways, and then nothing ever comes of it. Instead, if you're a forgetful type, as you're walking out of the meeting, sit down in your car, punch out a calendar item so that at a specific day and a specific time, you're going to follow up by sending something over to that other person. All right, now step number 4. The second meeting is where you can make this partnership a little more real. That first meeting where you're just introducing to each other and making sure that you're kind of a good fit, the second meeting should happen within 30 days, and it's where you're gonna start formalizing things and figuring out how can we actually do business with each other. And you can talk about, and it's best if you talk about very openly. Maybe Tom's an upstream partner from you, or maybe they're a downstream partner, or maybe they're cross partners. And if you're not sure what any of those 3 are, watch the previous episode in this mini-series where we talk about the different type of referral partners. Calling it out, making sure that everybody's on the same page of what this referral partnership can look like is going to avoid pain further down the road so that they don't get their feelings hurt if they can never send business to you or if you can never send business to them. It's going to just help to have that clarity. But that second meeting is critical so that you can start to outline what that relationship looks like for the long term. Now, occasionally these people may already have a full referral network built up that's working for them. And that's okay. When that happens, they may have this feeling, oh, I don't need you. I don't want to add another person into my group. But what you can do is you can still say, well, I would love to be on the sidelines in case anything ever happens or you have the opportunity to open up. But then you can also ask, do you know anyone else who maybe doesn't have a full referral partner network already set up? Offering to be the backup, to sit in the wings and wait, that's not something that they'll probably say no to because they always know it's a good idea to have a full backup list in case somebody gets sick, someone's out of town, someone's unable to fulfill. And when that happens, it'll give you the immediate shoe in because you built that relationship. And the second question, oftentimes they're not going to be weirded out by you asking them who else they know. For people who are in the networking world, that's a pretty common question to ask. And it's one that people welcome because they recognize it's yet another way that they can give to somebody else. And what's cool is if you ever do get a chance to come off the bench, quit being the second and have a chance to perform, you have a chance to shine, which means you may end up replacing some of those people that were originally their go-tos, and the go-tos become the backup. Now that you've got your referral network set up, the next question is, how do we actually keep the communication going and the meetings happening so that business gets passed back and forth? Not every meeting between referral partners is created equal. And oftentimes, business owners are running theirs wrong. hey, this is part of a series I'm doing on building a referral network. Make sure that you subscribe and turn on notifications to catch all the videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.